good morning, evening, or afternoon, whichever one's going on for you at this current point in time. As you can see right here, we got the DCE410 PEX expander, XR brushless, blah, 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 from Dewalt. And over here, we have the tried and true, very, very much so crowd favorite, which is the M12 fuel. I wanted to see as far as comparison, of course, we know that the Milwaukee is faster. Let's put that out in the room, right? Elephant in the room. But first of all, do the rapid seal heads fit on the Dewalt? Your answer is yes, to be clear. The 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch are very compatible. Now the question is that $80 worth, each head? If you want the Dewalt, but you want these rapid seal heads, is that $80 per head worth it to you? Now, with that being said, I'm going to be expanding some 3/4 inch and some 1 inch with each of these. Now, we know this is faster. In my personal testing, about 6 of these expansions with the M12 is about 4 expansions with the XR. However, I want to make something super clear, so I'm just going to put them super close together and get some zoom in action, right? So if we look at how they expand, right? That's as far as it goes back, right? And this is, by the way, with a 3 amp hour battery. I don't have any 3s for the XR, so it's using a 4. Not that that changes anything here. The Milwaukee is still faster. But as far as the retracted position, if I zoom in action, you can see that in the starting position, the Milwaukee is faster. So the reason for Dewalt being slower across the board is because it does have to retract further, and mix that with a slightly slower motor. It is what it is, right? But this is a full expansion with the M12. Wait. About there. And the full expansion with the DCE410. About there. So they do come roughly to the same distance. However, when it comes to retracting, goes to there, the DCE410, back to there. So keep that in mind when you're talking about speed. However, both of these are excellent tools, so it really depends on your platform and what batteries you have. But my main thing was, does everything fit? Yes. But if you live in a colder place like myself, these rapid seals really do come in handy. Whoa, not 1/2 inch. We're doing 3/4 inch. Now, to make this super fair, Dewalt recommends for 3/4 inch, we're talking 10 expansions. So I'm going to go 10 expansions with the rapid seal. And then I'm going to use the same head of the rapid seal on the XR and then do 10 more expansions. Then for the 1 inch, we're going to do 7 to 8. So I'm just going to do 8. 3, 2, 1, go. That's 10. Now that Milwaukee is a beast. If you are a residential / commercial plumber, this is what you want in your bag. If you're just go. But if you're doing multiple different sizes and you just want one tool that does it all, he's a beast. He's a big boy. So probably carry like the 1.7 power stack if you're just doing a few things. Keep this thing as light as possible unless you're doing like 100 fittings. Now, with that being said, something I did notice as far as temperature is that even just running this thing dry, and when I say dry, I don't mean without grease. I mean just like running the tool versus running this one. The head of the Dewalt seems to get much warmer while the body stays relatively cool. With the M12, a lot of the heat kind of generates in the handle. So I would say this one's slightly more comfortable. This one's lighter, don't get me wrong, but this one's more comfortable as far as heat. 3/4 inch. 3, 2, 1, go. That's 10. So going back and reviewing the 3/4 inch footage, it shows that the Milwaukee completed it about 4 seconds faster. So we got 13 seconds over here, 9 seconds over here. This is from the moment I pull the trigger, which one is just outright doing the most work the fastest. I just, the rapid seal design, I love it because again, cold places with PEX like mine, you want that PEX to close as quickly as it can. But we got some 1-inch right over here. Let's do it. We're gonna do 8. In 3, 2, 1, go. I know I said 8, I wanted to see 10 just to kind of give it some extra numbers. We're not using this for any expansion anyway, so over expanding it is totally fine. I'm gonna just do 10 over here as well, just to kind of give the tool a chance. But ideally, of course, within spec, you wanna make sure everything is doing its thing. Cool. 1-inch Milwaukee. 3, 2, 1. That's 10. Woo! Blazing fast. Now going back and reviewing, again, 9 seconds over here. Very impressive that it can do 3/4 inch and 1 inch with no issue. Over here, again, 14 seconds, so a 5-second difference if you happen to be doing this. Obviously, this is just one fitting. If you were to do several, you might get a couple seconds here and there off, but it is what it is. The Milwaukee takes it, but this is a whole different beast. Remember, this one does 3/8 to 1 inch. This one does 3/8 to 1.5 inch. Now, where this thing really shines is with the bigger sizes. This one shines with the, the standard 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch that you're gonna see in most residences. Sound good? Last thing I wanted to test was the standard Dewalt 1 inch. And I'm going to be using the same thing over here just to make sure everything is about the same. All right, going to go for 8 expansions. 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty. Got our Milwaukee Kiss M12 Kiss right here. 3, 2, 1, go. That's all there is to it. All right, with the standard head, the Milwaukee takes it with 8 seconds. The Dewalt took about 11 seconds. So 3-second difference. Again, if that's crazy to you, then go for the M12. If you are going to be using non-rapid seal heads and you're just using whatever Dewalt has, then, if you're already in the 20-volt platform, it would depend on if you need the speed, then, you could switch over to the platform. Or if you're like me, just go into several different platforms so that you never miss out on a good tool if it should arrive. And if it makes any difference to you, the head on the M12 is slightly warm. The one on the Dewalt is slightly cool to the touch. Something I also want to point out, because I want to make this absolutely transparent, there's no gimmicks or games here. I actually didn't put any grease on this cone. This was just whatever grease happened to be on the head from the Dewalt. The Dewalt got the grease, the Milwaukee didn't. So over here on the M12, very impressive. So if you were in my shoes, which one are you keeping and which one are you sending back? Do you like the Dewalt platform? Do you like the big beefy boys? Are you in fact going to be using 1.25 inch or 1.5 inch PEX? Or are you doing the standard sizes down and you rather have the speed and the lightness? Because this thing is about 4.5 pounds. That one over there is 6.5 pounds. So 2 extra pounds on the big boy, and that's not including whatever battery you happen to strap to the bottom of it. With that being said, you have yourself an excellent day and work smart.